There's been a lot of talk about Iliad and the Odyssey and other old works of literature recently, and I hope it's inspired a lot of people to try to pick it up for themselves. Unfortunately, sometimes some of these harder works can be a little bit difficult to read, and so I would like to share with you all a quick tip that I found to read some more difficult works of literature that makes it easy. And it's really simple. You just read a summary of the thing before you get into it. And the way I've figured out this works for me is when I was younger, I loved Greek mythology and other mythologies, and so I would read adaptations. I have with me this set of adaptations by Patrick Cullum. We have the Children's Homer, which I really like. It adapts the Iliad and the Odyssey and like all the context you need around it to understand what's going on into a really accessible story that's clean and fun for children. And then we have the Golden Fleece. This is other some miscellaneous mythological stuff. And then the Children of Odin, which is a pretty nice adaptation of like the Poetic Edda and the Prose Edda, which are kind of the source materials, the Iliad and Odyssey of Norse mythology, in some degrees. And I read these as a kid, and then when I was older, I was inspired to try to read the books, and I found it was really easy because I already kind of knew what was going on, like big picture wise. Still, like when reading some of the paragraphs, I might be a little bit confused sometimes, but big picture I knew what was going on, so my brain could focusing on what specifically the words were saying and not trying to decode and do the big picture. And this is very useful. On top of allowing you to get into more in-depth and difficult works, it also allows you to pick up on some of the more themes because you already kind of know the surface level what's going on. You can see a little bit deeper into the story. And you don't need books to do it. I've listened to podcasts, and that's helped too. I've seen movie adaptations or like plays. Like, it's Shakespeare is good to read, but once you see it in theater performed, you have a lot better grasp of what's going on. And the same thing with maybe you watch an adaptation of The Lord of the Rings, and it kind of not only should these kind of give you the big picture and like the map of what's going to happen in the story, it should also get you excited because if it's done well, the adaptation will get you excited for the good parts and you'll be excited to re-experience the good parts in the original material. Well, yeah, this is a pretty short video, but I hope this helps some people and when they're trying to get into some more difficult books. And I'd like to hear what old books you all are reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!